everybody. Fall has arrived and it officially shows up on the top of the mountain when the grove of aspen trees turns yellow. So I know it's really kind of hard to see it today. You don't have a good clear view because we have had for several days some smoky skies from wildfires from other states that the wind has blown in. So we are looking forward to some clearer skies. We've also been experiencing much higher temperatures at the end of September, and now we're in October, that are not typical for us. We are typically by late September in the 70s for our highs, and we have been in the low 90s. So we are all ready for a break. So today I want to share with you a tip, and I will show you a project that I'm working on. So we're starting over here in the vegetable garden, and you can see everything's still growing nicely because our temperatures are nice and warm. We are still getting into the upper 50s at night, but it's not causing us to have any issues with plants dying and not producing. I come out every day, pick more tomatoes, pick more peppers. What else have I picked recently? Those are probably the two main things growing right now. I do still have zucchini growing, and you can see there's, maybe you can't see, if I can get in there, there's some zucchinis still growing in there that we'll be picking soon. And there's one over here on this smaller plant. You can also see the sugar snap peas growing nicely. And we've been picking these lemon spice peppers. I'm trying to gather enough of them that I can make some cowboy candy out of them. So I'll show you what they look like. I mean, they're so pretty, but they're jalapenos. They're lemon spice jalapenos. Let's see, we've got more here. So there you go. They're really pretty. And there's a lot of bigger ones over here too, still growing. They're kind of interesting to watch because they get this dark purple, but they end up yellow. So they start out green, go to like a dark purple, and then end up yellow. So it's a very interesting plant to watch. The tip I want to show you today is relative to my spinach and my lettuce that I have struggled with this year because of what I believe are grasshoppers eating it. Every time the seeds pop up, the grasshoppers come in and eat it. I am going to apply a tip that a friend of mine who's been a farmer for many, many years has used as an organic way to get rid of some pests. And it's a very simple thing. Pretty much I'd say everybody has this in their pantry, and it's flour. Just plain old all-purpose flour. So what he does is when he gets these little, you can see my lettuce, when he gets the little seedlings up, he sprinkles, and I'm going to lift this up to make this easier. He just sprinkles the flour over it. You can see it's just lightly coating things. And what happens is when the grasshoppers come to eat them, they actually eat the flour too because it is on the leaves. And when they ingest it, it swells up inside of them and they die. So that's what I'm going to do, is just make sure I've got things coated out here. And this is really just for my lettuce and spinach, which I'm not sure I have much left. They've pretty much eaten. I think I did 3 rounds. I should have done this little tip earlier. So we're gonna try it again. Of course, we've been so hot. It's not been ideal for lettuce and spinach. I planted it when we were a little cooler, and believing that I know that this time of year we always cool down and it would be fine. But like I said, we've been in the low 90s and we are ready for a break. But that's my tip for you. One other thing I just noticed, I did have several beets coming up in here too, and they've eaten those too. So I will do the same thing here. Take this cloche off, sprinkle along the soil, and you want to make sure that you do this not right before you water, but after you've watered and things aren't soaking wet, because you don't want to make biscuits in your garden. You want it to be a dry flower when they eat it. So there's that tip for you, and we will continue to watch this and see if things come back and how it all works. Now, while I'm out here, I am also going to pick some of my basil because I know the temperatures will come down soon, and I want to make sure that I can dry some of this for winter use. Here's my next project. So I bought a lot of organic ginger that I've had on my counter for a few weeks, and I've noticed some of it is starting to sprout. So because I love ginger so much, I'm going to see if I can grow some ginger plants using some of these that are sprouting already. So I'll show you what I'm going to do and the process I'm going to follow. Subscribe to watch the progress and see if I can make this work. I'm starting by cutting small pieces where the buds have formed. You will need a paper towel that will be cut into 2 squares the size of the container you're going to put the ginger in. And I'll show you what I'm using. Just a plain simple Tupperware container. So just cut your paper towel to be the size of the container so it fits in like this. Next, you are going to mist the paper towel. And don't over mist it, it needs to be lightly misted. Then place your ginger pieces on the paper towel with the bud facing up. Spread them out so they are not touching each other. Then place the other paper towel square on top of the ginger pieces and mist that paper towel. Then secure the lid on top of the container. You are then going to place the container into a dark, cool location, such as a pantry or a cabinet. Check on it every couple of days to make sure that the paper towels are still a little damp and no mold is growing. You will see roots starting to form in as little as 2 days. So you just keep watching that until you see multiple roots form
and then we'll go to the next step. And oh, by the way, do not throw away the ginger that you have left after you've cut the buds off of it. Use it for cooking, baking. I actually love it to make a ginger syrup and put it into teas and dark chocolate. It's just delicious, and ginger is really good for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.